Good evening, YouTube. Our Ball Crazy come back with an exciting new video, as you tell probably today by the title. This is Hall of Fame active Hall of Fame collector number 197 in my collection. Trying to get as many players and coaches and managers and executives in their Hall of Fame act careers, in their active careers as much as I can. I'm concentrating mostly on players, executives, and umpires and such. I'm not really worried about too much right now, but I'll probably pick up someone eventually. But of the 197, this is the 176th who are players. Obviously, I do have a lot of them. Have our managers, plus a couple other executives. But this is the 176th player, an active player. I am 197th active Hall of Famer in my collection. Who is it? I'll tell you in a minute. But first, I did find some 2021 tops in the retail world, and I'm just going to show one card just to say it mentioned. I did get a couple of the Casey Mize rookie cards, so this is added to my collection. And with this card in my collection, I have officially have one Topps flagship card from every year from 1951. I have a 51 Redback Luke Easter rookie card. And from 51 to 2021, 70 years, hence the 70-year logo, I have at least one card from each year. Something I do it kind of proud of. But now to the Hall of Famer. It's probably guys probably never really heard of, to be honest. Most he was pretty much a forgotten player till the early 90s when somebody from his hometown in New York started doing research on him, and he became a little more public. And in the mid 90s or so, he was the baseball experts, the Bill James of the world, and others in the baseball historians, and said he's probably the best player not in the Hall of Fame. And by 98, the Veterans Committee inducted him into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Who am I talking about? George Davis. This is with a 1909 E90-1. This is my first E card. That was Mangini would call them. First E prefix card, American Caramel card. George Davis started debuted in 1890 with the New York Giants as an outfielder. 19-year-old, and played with the Giants. Started as an outfielder, moved to third base, and then became spent most of his career as a shortstop, and was the top shortstops for years. He was consistently a 300 hitter. Ended his career in 1909 with a career average of 295. He had over 600 career stolen bases, and considered one of the top all-around players of his day. Considered a graceful player. His nickname was Gorgeous George Davis. With the Giants' career, one thing I'm note with the Giants' career is that in 1900, on his way to a game, him and two other teammates, one was Kid Gleason of the New York White Sox, Black Sox manager fame, went to Davis, Gleason, and one other of his teammates went on their way to a practice before a ball game. He stopped and saw a building was on fire, and they went in and saved a family of four. And there's no casualties thanks to Davis and his teammates. So he was a hero. And that night, he played with New York. That later that afternoon, because there were night games, he played with New York Giants ball game. He was a part-time player manager of the New York Giants, early 1900s, 1901 and 1902 or so. Mediocre type record, but the Giants were kind of wanting to get rid of him, but George Davis decided to take his own accord. He jumped to the American League, where the more money was available. So he signed with the Chicago White Sox. And he's played there throughout his career in the White Sox, 1909. The 1906 White Sox, he won the World Series. And the if you don't know about the 1906 White Sox, they were called the Hitless Wonders because they led finished last in batting in hitting the American League as the White Sox as a whole. And they end up playing the Northsiders in the World Series, the heavily favored Northsiders, the Chicago Cubs in the 1906. And that era, the Cubs were top teams in the National League. And the White Sox ended up beating the Cubs in the World Series. And they were dubbed the Hitless Wonders. And he finished, by that time he was the best player on that team, but by that time or so his skills were decreasing, so he wasn't quite the star that he once was, but he was still the star of the 1906 Hitless Wonders, World Series champs. And that's pretty much a quick bio on George Davis. If he analytics ways, he is has a WAR over like 84 or so, and his OPS plus is like in the 120s. So he was, you take analytics, you tell he was a top player. He wasn't get inducted because of cronyisms, favoritism, or anything like that. He was a legit star. As for this card, like I said, this is my first E90 card, and I'm very happy with this purchase. Been looking for one of his cards for a while, and I want to be looking for an American Caramel card for a while. You see it's SGC 1, but I think it's a really nice looking 1. I'm guessing the 1 is because he got a little paper loss right there, the white border up top. I'm guessing that's why it's knocked down to a 1. Off-center too, bad corners, but that paper loss is very discreet. There's no creases. It's still got great eye peel. I think this is a great looking card from 1909 of a Hall of Famer. I'm very proud to add to my back. Still nice, a little bit caramel stain, I guess, a little bit, but this card I think looks stellar for what the grade is. Very happy with this purchase, and very happy to finally add another card to my Hall of Fame collection. It's been far and few between where the hobby is at right nowadays. Everything's gone crazy. These early 20th century guys, I thought I was going to spend a certain amount of dollars per guy. All of a sudden it's now 50% more than I expected, but this was a price that was pretty fair, pre-COVID fair, and I thought I had a jump at a chance to get it. Especially the caramel cards, a little harder to find than the T206s. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.